Well, I don't know if you'll be able to hear me over the generator, but it's definitely too dark in the garage without power, so yeah, you know, you'll have to put up with it, I'm afraid. Now, I'm a little bit further on since last time I spoke with you. I've removed the gear cover and pretty much got it scraped and all the paint removed off of it. She'll still need a little rub up before I get painted and refitted to the lathe. It seems to be in good condition. That appears to be the original retaining knurled screw, and the one on that side, however, where is it? There it is. I think that is not standard, just a bolt, but when I get the lathe running I shall replace that with an item the same as that. So that's another little job to do in the future. In the meantime, I've started to, well, dismantle the lathe basically, and I haven't really progressed far yet. I began by taking the tool turret away. There was a couple of small slot bolts holding it on, and these in turn were tightened using 7/16 nuts, which I got the relevant socket for that. This is going to be a problem, I think. I won't have a lot of spanners in Imperial, so I'll maybe need to think about getting a set of spanners and Allen keys. But yeah, the tool post came off okay. There's still that play in it, which I'm not actually concerned, because I'm sure it will be easily fixed once I get the lathe running by machining new parts, or possibly just investing in some spares from one of the suppliers online. So anyway, that came off quite easily. There was some oil underneath it, so it's in reasonably good condition. It's showing, some minor, not damage, but minor wear, if you like, from being knocked and bashed a little bit, but nothing that's going to prevent it from being used in the future. There's certainly here on the front side there's quite an indentation there, but I'll flatten that out if I need to. So anyway, that's that. More worryingly is, now that I'm starting to get in about the lathe and have a proper look at it, the slide handle here, I think there should be a face on there, which appears to be missing. A face as in a showing increments, for your movement. And also, if you look under here, I don't know if you can see actually very well, I certainly can't see through the viewfinder. In here the nut seems to have been basically welded onto the shaft, so I don't think that's a standard shaft. It just looks like a bit of threaded bar, so possibly that's been snapped and replaced at some time in the past. And if I crouch down here, you can see there that the nut has just been welded onto this plate, a couple of tacks. So there's certainly been damage in the past here, which will need to be resolved and rectified. My camera's shite, by the way, and my apologies for that. I've got poor light and a noisy environment to film in, so yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Unless you will give me one of your old cameras, that's better than this one. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, here there's actually daylight showing through the, well, what should be a flush ceiling face between the bed or the top slide and this armature which holds the shaft and the handle. They've put a bit of packing in underneath here, and yeah, that's, well, just a completely gash bodge up repair job, and one I should really have noticed when I purchased the lathe, but I was, well, excited, for want of a better word, at actually having received it, so I wasn't really paying close attention, which, well, buyer beware, I guess. So yeah, this here is basically fucked and is going to require fixing and replacement, parts purchased or machined out. It's probably usable in a certain extent, just for doing rough stuff, but I'm wanting this restored back to an accurate lathe. The bed certainly seems to be in fairly good shape. I haven't actually had a look at the serial number yet. Let's just have a look around here. I'll try and scrub that up a bit. Right, let me see if we can see what it is. It's difficult to make out, especially as it's upside down to me. Let's just see what I can do about that. My trusted jam jar full of paraffin or turps or petrol or whatever is handy at the time. Give that a little rub, and then I'll just grab a little bit of steel wool. Let's shine the torch on it now to see what we have. K6284. Is that right? K5284. K5284. There is a serial number. Looking at the viewfinder on the side of the camera now, trying to get it as clear as possible, but it doesn't seem to be focusing, so yeah. Ah, there we go. K 5 2 8 4. There we go. Really quite difficult to fill them upsides down, back to front, but there we go, that's it. I'm sure you're all interested in seeing that, of course. Alright, anyway, that was just for my own benefit, really. Okay. So that's it for the moment. Just a quick update. Still plenty of work to do. I've got the lathe lifted up onto this bench here temporarily to work on. As you can see, it just fits in underneath that shelf and no more. But I'll be able to work at that quite happily. I got the hole on the cabinet welded up today. I don't know, I'll get a torch. Not entirely pleased with it, but I don't know if you can see that or not. It's now filled. From the back here is actually a better job. It's sort of raised above the surface of the sheet metal. So when that grinds down now, I'm hoping that there'll not be any porosity in it, and it'll grind quite flat and smooth. However, on this side, he does actually have a little bit of a indentation in his weld. So when I grind the excess weld off the top, there'll still be some pitting to the surface of the metal. That I can probably just fill with, you know, some extra undercoat or red oxide, and, you know, just really pay a little bit of attention to this area so it's well protected, because as you all know, anything that's been heated is prone to rust easier than metal that hasn't been. Anyway, yeah, that's all for now. I'm going to leave you at that. This fucking generator is pissing me off, and I really wish the council hadn't ripped the power out of these garages, but the cheapskates that they are, what can I say? Yeah, that's enough for now, folks. Till next time, bye.